Hey, little birdie, don't feel down. Come and perch on my shoulder. Don't be shy. I'll show you around town. Really? No wonder they never pay attention to me. Forget it. I probably shouldn't be anthropomorphizing them anyway. Haven't seen you in some time. To which one of the Animo Archon's winds do I owe the honor? Oh, since it wasn't meant to be with this little birdie. If you're wondering why I'm here, Jean's been worrying about trade safety recently. I discovered this when I unwittingly burst into her office to save the day. Another job involving long-distance travel falls to me. I suppose it's my own fault for having such a strong sense of duty. Still, on the bright side, business is now taken care of. And I have unused travel funds, so I was planning to...
Gundafar, we're in the middle of a war.
A matter of utmost importance.
Huh. Outdoor theater. Looks fun. Actually, they were desert dwellers. Come on, let's go watch.
Your Majesty, not only has God bestowed the throne upon you, but your beloved son, Prince Kubad, has led our brave warriors to victory against Frasyav's army. His men have laid down their arms and fled. Frasyav's brazen ambition is no more. He has bowed his head and now presents to your Majesty an offering of treasures and hostages, as well as a plea for peace. My king, this battle has finally restored the dignity of our people. Moreover, with Frasyav's offer of land comes the opportunity to expand our borders, as your Majesty so greatly wishes. His Highness the Prince and I believe this peace settlement will be a great boon to our nation. It is for this reason alone that I have removed my armor and made haste back to our halls from the front lines. My king, what say you to this proposal?
Ah, it's the tale of Prince Kubad. Ever heard this one? Don't worry, I still remember the general plot. Let me fill you in on the background while the king deliberates. The main characters are the brilliant Prince Kubad and his war-hungry father, King Kabus. The one talking to the king right now is Gundafar, the prince's tutor. When the prince was young, the king was deceived by a malicious rumor that the prince had mistreated his stepmother. He demanded that the prince walk through a blazing fire to prove his innocence. Miraculously, the prince emerged unscathed, thus proving his innocence. But the seeds of doubt had already been sown in the king's mind. Now uneasy in the presence of his mistrustful father, the prince requested to be sent away to the battlefield where he would fight against Frasyav's army. That's the enemy general we heard them mention just now. This is the part where the prince has won the war and decided to forge a peace with the rival nation. He wrote a letter recommending peace to his father. Oh, it looks like the king's made up his mind. Let's keep watching.
Frasyav lost because he did not have the blessing of God. Our God will always watch over us and punish our enemies. Once the bells of war have begun to toll, they shall not cease until the blood of our enemies fills the land. There can be no victory until the last enemy soldier has fallen. If Kubad still wishes to be my son and hold the intaglio I bestowed upon him as proof of his royal blood, then he must obey my command.
Your Majesty, I must caution that a nation destroyed is not a fallen city writ large. Now, the loss of one city strikes fear into the hearts of our enemies, compelling them to accept defeat and cede land in exchange for peace. If, however, we insist on bringing a whole nation to its knees, then so long as a single person is left standing, they will... My king, a people is to their nation as wild grass to the open prairie. Though we burn down the whole field and spare not one blade of grass, roots continue to grow unseen beneath the surface. Come the spring, it is all but inevitable that fresh green shoots will rise up from the ashes.
Cease, Gundafar. Your mind grows dull in your old age, filled with naive delusions. We shall have no more need of you on the battlefield. As for my son Kubad, I will summon him back to the capital, so he may be tried by a court-martial.
What are you saying, my noble king? Why must you mistrust your own flesh and blood and sink ever deeper into the blight of hatred? When he was falsely accused, you once doubted his honor and made him walk through a raging fire. Did he not prove it? Now you would turn me away.
The justification is that my word, not yours, is the law of the land. Cease and be gone, Gundafar, so you may spend the rest of your days with your wife.
What has become of the king that I served with my life? Fanaticism has robbed him of all reason and wisdom. Peace is surely the most favorable path for our nation, yet he refuses to accept it.
I must think of a way to seize control of the army back from the hands of my wayward son, that they might continue the fight to the end. Perhaps the first task should be this. I shall send a loyal contingent of warriors to eliminate Frosiyov and the hostages he has sent to our palace.
Brilliant acting, Darbil.
I saw you approaching us in the middle of the scene. I was worried that my performance would be subpar and you'd think I was just making a fool of myself.
Not at all. Far from it. Actually, let me introduce you. This is Darbil, the actor for King Caboose. When we first got to know each other, he was still a guard for one of the merchant caravans. Seems like he's now made the switch to full-time acting.
Nice to meet you. Any friend of To be perfectly honest, I was already pretty good at telling stories, so I just recruited a few friends and started performing shows all over the country. Full disclosure, we had to put this little stage together using whatever wood and cloth we could borrow. It's really low budget. Anyway, we're all good enough at acting to get through the motions, but none of us are any good at coming up with a script. Everything we tried to write just sounded off somehow. So I got a student from the academia to adapt an old story I knew to make it more appealing to our audience. What do you think? Passable?
I could tell that you've had someone tighten up the lines. They turned out very nicely.
That's good. Well, as you can see, even now, we still don't have much of an audience. Don't suppose you'd be interested to see the rest of the show?
Sure, why not? I don't have anything pressing lined up. And I don't think the Traveler does either. Tickets for 2, please. How much would that be?
There's no need for tickets. You could just get some food from Jafar Tavern. We've worked out an arrangement with them. We've actually found a sponsor for this performance, too. He's not too happy about the poor turnout, though. I doubt we'll be able to keep him for the next performance. A real pity. But what can you do, huh?
Darbil Asgar still hasn't shown up for the next scene. We should get his costume and sword out so they'll be ready to go the moment he gets here.
My apologies. I have to get ready for the upcoming scene. I'll see you from the stage.
Come.
Would you two like to order some food? What can I get you? If you're looking for recommendations, today's special is the tandoori roast chicken.
Ah, bear with us a moment. We're just going to take a look at the menu. I was at Port Ormo. He's a good guy. There's a lot of... That's my secret. Thanks for waiting. We'll take you up on that. We've got good seats, close to the stage, but also not too crowded. We can watch the show as we eat. If I remember correctly, the next scene should focus on the prince. But I won't spoil it for you. You have to experience it for yourself. You could say that. It's always stayed with me because it's hammered home a cruel but realistic truth. People do not choose where and when to be born, yet the circumstances of their birth define the choices that they will have for the rest of their life.
Here you are. The check's on the table, too. Just call me over when you're ready to settle up.
No need. I'll pay up front. Here. Keep the change.
Thank you, sir. Oh, but this is too generous.
Call it a token of my gratitude for the excellent service. The food all smells wonderful, too, so please pass my compliments to the chef.
Thank you so much, sir.
Let's dig in, traveler.
Hey, Kaya. I'm so sorry, but the actor who plays the prince has run into some difficulties and won't be able to make it. We can't do the rest of the show without him, so I'm really, really sorry, but we'll have to call.
Ooh, that would be fun. I wouldn't say no. Darbil, would you
Not really.
don't worry.
Let me think. Wait, but Kubot is switching actors as well.
Well,
You're kidding.
sure.
It's in the restaurant.
Gotta say, I think I actually look pretty dapper in this. It's a pity I don't have many opportunities to wear it in public. Uh-oh, not a
Kaya, here's your...
only one way.
Okay, I think we've covered all your lines and movements on stage. You haven't had long to prepare, so don't worry about forgetting your lines. We'll remind you.
All right, I'm good to go.
Great.
General Kubot, son of Kabus, the fate of this battle is clear. I beg you, please spare my few remaining men. They no longer have the strength to fight back.
Frasiav, though you now lead only the husk of a once mighty army, I have no desire to crush your dignity.
Ох,
Even your most savage warriors have no desire to see further
тихонько
bloodshed,
посижу.
and none among your
Я
ranks
тебе
have
когда
opposed these
написал, ты
peace
только
talks.
теперь пришел.
Nevertheless, I must hear it from you
Хорошо
one final
посидеть
time. General
тихонько.
Frasiav,
Я сам тоже
do
тут
you agree to sign a treaty in good faith
на
and
сюжетке
commit
с
from this day
Кей,
forth to
третья
peace
часть уже.
between our nations?
With my army in ruins, I am in no position to do otherwise.
Примагимы надо
But on this,
собирать
I give you
этих
my word. Yes,
встреч,
let us end our
которые
hostilities
не
and send
сделаны у
our
меня
surviving
многие
men
еще.
home to their families.
Ладно, давай.
We share the desire to lay down our arms for good and liberate our hearts from the dirge of hatred. Then as God above is our witness, by the authority vested in me by this intaglio of King Caboose, I hereby declare that I will spare your hostages and what remains of your army. May peace be restored to this land, and may these fields of war become a place where crops grow aplenty. My tutor, Gundafar, has already made haste to my father, the king, with the recommendation of a truce. It is my sincere hope that he will see that peace as a path to prosperity and grant me his blessing.
Prince Kubad, your name is renowned throughout your
боевом.
land and ours.
Ой,
I will
в
place
каком
my
смысле
hope
в бою?
in your
А,
words.
в
One
бою.
will find
В
on a
каком бою
battlefield
был?
no
Я не
master
понял.
of
Прости,
ceremonies,
ты
nor
про
the
что?
paper on which a
Про
treaty
какой
may be
бой?
signed. In their absence, let us raise our weapons and swear an oath. I, Kubad, son of Caboose, hereby pledge protection to you and all of your kin. May the oceans be stained red with my blood if I am ever to renounce this oath.
Wow, your friend is so dreamy. He's not a real prince by any chance, is he? Hey, Rashana, you don't want to miss this. The good-looking guy who left that huge tip is acting on stage with Darble's troupe.
Darble's one lucky man.
I return, Your Highness. I hope I'm not too late. Have you already promised peace to Frasiov?
Nay, I am not so rash as to preempt my father's blessing. I promised only what I could so far, the safety of his kin.
My child, I must share with you the gravest news. Caboose has become blinded by fanaticism and hatred, and will stop at nothing to vanquish every last man under Frasiov's lead.
How can this be? You mean to say that my father has rejected our proposal for peace?
He has indeed. I urged him to reconsider, and for this I was rebuked and dismissed from his
Ты в
service.
каком бою был?
Far
Ау,
stricter punishment
Скорпион.
than this
Ау.
awaits you, should you return home with your troops. Please heed my warnings, dear child. I dare not imagine what unspeakable atrocities your father intends to commit.
Nay, the truce must stand. I cannot renounce my oath. How can man claim to stand above beast without remaining true to his word? The masses have grown weary of death and conflict in both our nation and theirs. Are
Я
we
играю,
allowed
был
to
в
bend
бою.
to his will
Ты имеешь в
and
виду в
massacre
данже,
countless
что ли,
more
был?
to satisfy a desire that is his alone? When I departed my alas, is this fate's grand design?
Бился. Головой не убился.
The next line is,
А с головой
"Alas,
не
is this
убился,
fate's grand
Скорпион.
design that I should spend the rest of my days in a foreign land till I am laid to rest in a grave far from home?"
Must it be so?
Huh? Wait, that's not part of the script. Kaya, did you not hear me?
My dear audience, I ask you this. Do you believe in fate? If fate decreed that your life was to end in tragedy, what would you do? Oh? Then so must it be. Yes, so must
Открыть
it be.
мир.
I shall discard this intaglio and rid myself of the shackles of fate.
Открыть мир.
Wait, but that's not... My dear prince, do you intend to
Ну ладно.
betray your father and abandon your heritage?
Fate means to send the machinations of war to every corner of the land, to fan the flames of conflict till they engulf the entire world. Fate would see my sword tainted with the blood of innocents, that the bright banner of my homeland might fly in every nation known to mankind. But I shall not bow to the will of fate. I am no pawn in heaven's plan.
Bravo! Where did this guy come from? Is he one of the new hires?
Hey, shut up. Stop interrupting.
I, Kubad, will spend the rest of my days in a foreign land till I breathe my last in a place
Prince Kubad, my child, there is no need to be rash. Please bring at least your fortune and the retainers who will always be loyal to you.
Gundafar, my dear mentor. You have always been like a father to me. It brings me only anguish to bid you farewell. But I must walk this path, or freedom dies by my hand. Goodbye, my tribe and kin. Farewell, sweet land of my birth.
Goodbye, my child.
Time to go.
Ooh, it's Prince.
Why, sir.
Ooh, thank you. I'll just go find a pen.
Just an autograph? Acting is quite
Double.
Ah, my apologies.
The performance was the improvised set.
Thank you, sir.
Gaia, was it?
Thank you for the
Well, my door is always open. Darbil, we can continue discussions on the spawn.
Thank you so much. Seriously, Kaya, you know, you should stay.
Darbil,
As genius info.
Sure. Okay, I think they're all gone. Let's slip away now while we can.
Time to go.
All right, this should be far enough. Don't think they'll find me here. People were starting to expect a lot. I don't mind social. What about you? Did you... Oh? Let me think. Perhaps there's an Yeah. Anyway, that's exact... Oh, my dear everyone. You and I, if you don't like the script, just walk off the stage and join the audience. You always have a choice. A little too obtuse? Relax. Be yourself. Do your thing. That's all I'm really trying to say. When I did my little bit of audience, you're still holding on. It's been the most fascinating day, hasn't it, little birdie? Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth. One with nature.
Почему нельзя в любой части карты, блин, плавать под водой? Почему они это не сделали? Не могли бы проработать хотя бы часть всего мира уже. Не полностью весь мир, а всю миру вот все в воду. Кстати, отсюда как красиво видно всю миру.
The wind knows me.
Могли бы доработать. Это место же, этот остров, где под землю уйдет.
Time to go. Time to go.
Могли бы же море хоть сделать, да, открытым в фонтейне. Вот это все побережье тут проработать красиво. Добавлять новые локации по мере обнов. Ой, ну ладно. Что-то. И, кстати, вот это удаляем. Это удаляем. Медвежат. Ну это да. Большие эти. И метки. По миру. До конца удалить нужно. А вот это что, я не помню. Проверять надо. Ага, сундук. Скорпион, ты тут еще вообще нет? активировано. Механизмы. Пятьдесят 59 установленных меток. Это раз, два, три, четыре, пять, шесть, семь, восемь. Почему у меня тут спящие черлики? Допустим. Если не ошибаюсь, у меня должно быть еще где-то один неактивированный телепортация в всю миру, вообще жизнь. Эх, хз. Она скрытая, что ли? На время. Ну-ка, ну. А что это за...
Into the wind.
Explosion inside city wall. Grounded be thy woe. Explosions can hurt people. June can be dreadful. Mondstadt be bombed. Cleve is doomed. Woo!
Time to go.
La la la. Da da da.
Into the wind. The wind knows me.
Time to go.
Everyone hold hands.
One with nature. The wind knows me.
Time to go. Time to go.
Time to go. Into the wind. One with nature.
Ладно, все, давай, пока-пока. Я не заметил, сорян. Я тоже оффаюсь. Лень уже играть. Без толку. Ерундой заниматься. Я тоже завтра на работу.
These bombs, so